a shotgun rider, cruise through the country, maybe pulling all nighter. Every little body needs a Clyde cider. Come on, baby, be my shotgun.
Skip back for another edition of Skip Scoop. First practice was this past week. Why don't you talk about what the Hoosiers did?
Well, it was good to finally get out on the diamond. We had beautiful weather yesterday with 16 new guys. There's a lot of orienting going on, so a lot of talking yesterday. We talked to the guys that that's not the normal pace of practice, but there's some good things out there. We got to pick up the pace a little bit and understand the speed of the game at this level. But it's going to be fun over the next 5 weeks to really get rolling on that.
And Skip, we mentioned on last week's Scoop, we talked about the influence of tattoos and how they've kind of gotten into entertainment and sports. Got a little prize this week for people.
Well, if we've had people that have watched the former Skip Scoop, one of our very good friends, out on the West Coast, and in the entertainment business, it's hit. And Joel Madden, one of our, friends of the program, and you can see Joel is a guy that takes a lot of pride in his tattoos, and it's gotten into sports in general. If you want to call boxing a sport, I don't know what Mike Tyson. What do you think he's trying to do here, Kyle? Seriously, what is that?
It's pretty hard to guess what Mike Tyson is ever really trying to do.
Exactly, and it has the carryover into baseball. You look at Josh Hamilton. This man is not only can he hit and knock it around a little bit, but he is covered in tattoos. And so what we promised last week when we were talking to all you loyal fans of Skip Scoop is that we would like to take a look and examine maybe the tattoos that we have on our program here. And keeping with the George DeWitt game show back in the 1950s, many of you remember the Name That Tune. What we thought we would do is Name That Tattoo, hosted by Skip. And what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, today in this week's edition of Name That Tattoo, we're going to post a tattoo. And you will pick from 4 of the current team members to try to determine whose tattoo that belongs to. There will be 4 submissions, and the winner, if you can guess all 4, Kyle, right? If they can guess all 4, they will win a prize.
Yeah, first one to get all 4 tattoos correct with the correct player, email us at baseballindiana.edu with the correct order. First one gets a prize of...
Funny you should ask, Kyle, because right here we have a prize. The prize is this handy-dandy, wrinkled Indiana baseball t-shirt, and we'll check with compliance to make sure we're not violating in there. No prospects are allowed to send in here, but we're looking forward to it. So let's get that first one up there.
And now Free Zone presents Name That Tattoo.
Looks like this one is in the honoring someone of their past, and quite a detailed tattoo. And if you think it's out there, is a Drew Leninger, possibly a Drew Leninger, Ty Downing, and I can't think back to Kyle that picture if Ty was sporting when he was holding the bat and the shoulder pads, if he was sporting a tattoo. I can't remember.
It's a good hint. It's a
good
hint.
Yeah, Michael Basil here, or do we think it's Cody Leichman? So again, fans, pick one of those that you think that is, and we're going to roll right into the second tattoo here. Ooh, this one looks like there's a little anger in this one, Kyle. I'm just sensing anger there. And if you think it out there, if you think it's Reed Resnicek, sophomore Reed Resnicek, or is it possibly the big man Aaron Slagers, just think of the size of that tattoo and how much ink that would be on Aaron there, Kyle. Or is it the freshman Kyle Schwarber? He was a middle linebacker in college. It wouldn't surprise me if it's him. Or the quiet, silent guy in Dustin DeMuth. Again, fans, pick who you think that is and who that tattoo belongs to, and make sure you include that in your email. Okay, let's get the third one up there, Kyle. Look at this one. This one kind of a page out of the old Josh Hamilton there, trying to make a little statement, talking to himself a little bit, got a little work hard, become a leader. I hope that we follow that. Is that Matt Dearden? Could be. Is it Ryan Halstead maybe? Is it Chad Martin? Or quite possibly the hard-working Brian Ritz. I'm not sure, Kyle. Let's see if the fans are on that one. Well, let's pull up number 4. This gets away from the text a little bit. I don't know if this is a flower or a mini explosion or something. I don't know what it is, Kyle, but we'll let the fans decide if they can pick if that belongs to newcomer Hunter Brown, a little left-handed, our little left-handed pitcher, Joey Donato. That looks like something Joey might wear there.
He is from California.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
could be flowers.
Absolutely. Brian Cordy, oh, you know what? It looked like holding up looks like a left arm there. Cordy that might be his pitching arm there. Or does that big old flower belong to Trace Knobloch? I would think we would find a star in there somewhere, being from Texas, that it might be in there. But there you have it, folks. Your four tattoos. You've got to pick those 4 and get them correct again to win this T-shirt. And submit them where again, Kyle? One more time. Roll that across the screen.
Baseball at Indiana.edu. Make sure you include picture 1, 2, 3, 4, which athlete you think it is, and include your T-shirt size.
And folks, that is your Name That Tattoo.
And Skip, as we always do, we end the show with little questions of the week, some pictures of the weeks, and the volumes picked up this week.
Well, yeah, and it wouldn't again be a question without the week from Scott from
Dartown,
Ohio. Trying to get a little better feel of Skip. If we were to look in your DVD collection, what would you say is your favorite movie, and what movie would you not want us to know about? Well, easy one for me on the video that I have, my favorite, Saving Private Ryan. I love that. Saving Private Ryan is my favorite. The one DVD movie I would not be proud of, I gotta probably say it's probably The Kids, but I have seen it, Dumb and Dumber. I think that is the absolute worst movie ever. It's been on the bus a couple times and I can't stand it. Okay, Coach, this comes from Laura. Laura, Coach Smith, we've heard about Hell Week, which included early morning Ranger workouts and things. Can you tell us a little bit about this, and can you also tell a little bit about fall ball? Thank you for the question, Laura. Well, first, I don't know where this term Hell Week came up from, because it's really not that hard. It's these guys, it's our conditioning week, and these guys think that it's hard, and they've come up with this little term Hell Week. So I don't think it's that tough. It's just we try to create and put them in situations where they're challenged a little bit, and they actually did a very good job. The guys worked hard. It gives them incentive to work hard over the summer to come back ready to go, and I thought they did, for the most part, a fantastic job as a group, and and appreciate our time, and we did use the obstacle course for the Rangers and at a 5:20 a.m. workout, which was great. So again, Laura, that's a little bit right now. As you mentioned already, fall ball's just beginning, so we'll have more on that in weeks to come. This comes from Casey from Bloomington. Will there be any karaoke tailgating by Skip this fall? And if so, where and when do tickets go on sale? Well, great question, Casey. We do have tailgating. For the football games, we had a tough loss, a great effort this past Saturday, and I think Coach Wilson and his staff are doing a wonderful job, and the kids are coming on, and so the atmosphere is fantastic around, and we try to add to that a little bit by having our own little karaoke set up at our tailgating, which I'm hoping that we'll do that maybe this Saturday.
Skip, I gotta ask the question. Casey from Bloomington, could this perhaps be your son setting you up with a karaoke question?
You know what, Kyles? I'm looking at the email address here. It's a grad. It says it's an IU grad.
Not there
I don't
yet.
think my son's smart enough to throw us off the trail that much by putting IU grad. So, good question. Hey, rolling on into our pictures of the week, and I think this is a theme that we have here. But check this out: Kyle Boyd and his son Orion. They're from Hollywood, California, and I think Kyle got a little bit of inside knowledge that the scoop, we're going to be doing the tattoos and featuring. So there you go. You got Kyle featuring his own, and the picture's cut off there. I don't know if Orion's got one on his arm. If he does, I'd be a little upset at Kyle. Let's let him get old enough to make his own decisions, right?
Might be a bit early for some ink.
Exactly. This one here, I love this one. This one comes from Lori Hart. From Cincinnati. She's the mother of freshman Kyle Hart, and I wanted to let you know about the new demographic that are now avid IU baseball fans. It is the deer population in southeast Indiana. Why are we fans? Baseball means that Kyle isn't hunting. Kyle's a big hunter, and these little deer, well, by the looks of it, I don't think they escaped Kyle's little area there, but we have a serious animal theme on our show. I don't know why that is. And even look at that. Here we go. Rockin' Todd, sporting his best Indiana jersey there, and got his little doggy there in the background. And again, Kyle, it would not be Skip Scoop if we didn't have our weekly submission from Ross Dickerson. And here we go. Ross looks like he's at Del Mar Racetrack, and what's famous about that? A lot of the stars through Del Mar, and Seabiscuit is run on that track, but Ross everywhere in the United States sporting his Indiana baseball gear, and we love that.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly go together, yin and yang. The Scoop, Ross Dickerson photos just seem to go
Hand in hand, absolutely. And but I hope you had a little fun on that. But get your answers in, and we're excited to see if you can guess those properly. And I was a little surprised. Got to be honest with you. We only had 4 guys with tattoos. I thought we had more, and we probably do. They just don't want their parents to know. All right. Well, again, we'll be back next week with Skip Scoop. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.